the immortal game?
We are going to see a very famous game, not the immortal game, but something close to it. Something really. Immortal is like there are many immortal games. Like games that are really good. Like people look at those games to learn things. Okay, now this is a game between Nigel Short and Jan Timman. So first move you can write. I mean, it doesn't matter, but just to get into the habit, you can write the move that you think will happen.
No, there are hundreds.
Don't take too much time. Just write the move. Let's start.
So what should I write?
So-
as like, okay.
So I have a
Whatever you
Do
like.
you know there are actually more possible moves in chess than there
All that trivia you can give me later. Right now, focus on what we're doing, one thing at a time. That is what you need to do.
Start.
So, have you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So can we just put it
Now, no talking. Do whatever you want. Don't disturb the class. There is no need to talk unnecessarily. People are listening. So, pawn to e4 was played by Nigel Short. If you guessed it right, you can put a tick. If not, just write the move. Jan Timman played. That's your time to write if you want. Okay, just guess white's moves. Okay. Jan Timman played knight to f6. If you want, you can write it, but okay. Knight f6. Now, time for you to guess the move and write it before the move happens. Just so you will understand. The move played was e5. Nigel Short played e5, attacking the knight. Knight moved away, and now you can think and write.
So
It's the opening, so you
should
don't
give
need.
us some time to.
No, you don't need to. You need to focus first of all. That's the thing you need, not time. Time, I know how much time is required to think. I'm giving the right amount of time. What you need is to focus, which others are doing, you are not. So don't think about time and all that. Focus yourself. What you can do, you need to do. The move played by white was d4, controlling the sender. Now Jan Timman played d6, challenging white's sender. You can try to figure out what you would do here for white. Because it's the opening, I won't give too much time. You just have to go with your instincts. White played knight to f3, keeping his sender intact. Now, Jan Timman played g6, fianchettoing his bishop, developing his bishop that way. And now, what will you do for white? You can think. We are approaching the middle game. The move played by white. How many of you wrote? No need to raise hand, just write the answer. No? You didn't write your raising hand. What is this? First write, no, follow the instruction first. Do what you need to do before doing other things. If you believe the move is correct, then write the move if you're sure. If you're like, sure you will play that. The move played was bishop to c4.
Yes.
Attacking the knight. The knight went to b6, attacking back the bishop. So what do you do here for white? You can write what you'll do for white. Don't take too much space. It's a long game, so you need a lot of space to write. Okay, time to write. Okay, what will you do here? What have
So
you written?
knight d2,
Okay, Prayan,
knight d2.
Ayan.
So knight b d2,
Okay, Ayan
Knight, bishop to b3.
and Srikanth.
bishop to d3.
Okay, so the move played was bishop to b3.
Oh, so close.
It's better to keep the bishop on the long diagonal. And in the opening, why are we giving away this nice bishop just like that? Knight d2 is not a good move. Your bishop is much better on a good diagonal than this knight. Allowing that to be exchanged just to get a knight here is not ideal. Bishops are slightly better in the opening or in open positions. So you would want to keep the bishop. That too, a bishop on the diagonal like this, you would want to keep it, not allow the exchange. Now Jan Timman played bishop to g7. I'll give some time to think for you, for white. Okay, time for me to show you the move. This is now, it's becoming intense. You need to really go into the position to understand what moves best for white. It's still the opening, but yeah. If you play casually, like a lot of us will just play casually, like play something, like what things to. Yeah, that would be a casual move. What do you thought of?
It's a casual move.
Oh, you what do you think? Castling?
Knight g5.
Knight g5. And after black castles?
I'll push e6.
Ah, okay. I take it you'll take with the knight.
I'll take the bishop.
You'll take with the bishop. I'll move the king and okay, that's good. Okay, so that's what we call a casual move. I mean, castling is okay. It's not bad. Like it will go to an endgame after that. It'll go to an endgame. So if you're okay with that, fine. But you have to be. Castling is fine. I'm just saying you should not play it casually. You have to understand that that's what I want. I don't mind this, and then castle, fine. In the game, the move played was queen to e2. Queen e2 was played by Nigel shot, getting out of this line. And the ideas of e6 that Srikanth mentioned is very much there. Knight g5, e6 or directly e6 is very much there if black castles. So now black played knight to c6. Back to you guys. I'll give minimum 30 seconds for every move from now on. Important moments, you will get more time.
Can you just tell the current move again?
Black just played knight c6. So first, opening and middle game will be difficult to, opening especially will be difficult to guess the exact moves. Like people have different ways of choosing their moves. That's fine. When we reach the middle game and end game, then we have to like be really into it so we can understand and guess the player's moves. Now it's just a matter of
So are you
style.
making a timer?
No, not really. Just random. Not really. Roughly. What will you do here? This is the best way to improve actually. You don't need tactics, you don't need, lessons and all that. You just need to see somebody's game while playing the moves. Before the move happens, before you see the move, guess the move that you will play. And then see the move that the player plays and see the
I call it
difference.
GTM.
What is it? What is the full form?
Guess the move.
Guess the move. Okay. So we can call it the guess the move method of learning, improving.
The GTM.
Yeah. It's actually a very simple method, but I never did it like properly. Like even when I am learning, I never used to do it properly. I would have a peek at the move.
So
and
we
then-
still haven't played Joker chess.
We did. You were not there. You were sick at that time. Last Sunday.
Oh.
That's unfortunate, but another time, next month.
But I made it and I missed it.
Yeah, but what to do? That's one of the ironies
You
of
played Joker
ironies of life.
Yeah, I made Joker chess.
Yeah,
You can ask
the father of Joker chess.
Yeah.
It's him. Seriously. Okay, so time to write down your move.
I get why you call it Joker chess.
Because
it's
in cards.
like when the person thinks I'm about to checkmate him, he can't run anything, and then he asks her and so gives the man. And then it's like a joke against him.
That's not why. The cards reference. The Joker in cards.
You know how there's a Joker in when you play gully cricket, you just keep a Joker who plays for both sides.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay. Oh, that.
technically-
Okay. All right. So time to show you the move. The move played. You no need to raise hand. Do your own thing. No need to raise hand and tell people. That's not what we want. We want ourselves to improve. The only person I am competing with is myself, not others. Except in a tournament. Right now, it's just you and yourself. Nothing
Me
else.
and me.
Yeah. So the move played was castles. If you wrote that, then good for you.
So I wrote C3.
Okay.
E6.
But there's no need. There's no need to do c3. It's good that you understand d4 is a bit vulnerable, but you don't need it. Now black also castled. And now, what shall white do? Okay, time to show you the move. White played. Okay, you can write if you have decided. If not, it's fine. Some questions you might not have enough time. That's fine. White played h3 because d4 is vulnerable. So if bishop comes to g4, then you'll have to defend this with c3.
So I thought e6.
e6. I'll just oh, okay, exchange of. But the d pawn will fall. So e6 I'll take.
Then
Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Queen takes.
I
King.
thought of knight to c3.
E6 is knight to c3.
Wait, so-
bishop g4.
after
So, but after bishop takes, it's check.
Yeah, so he can't take your pawn, but he'll just move the king. So after e6, I would probably just move my pawn to f6 to stop the knight from going there, and then I can gang
But
up on this pawn.
but then we have
But
a
Pawn
then
is-
you, after that, you can now play like.
Yeah, you can, but then your pawn is weak.
but then after e6 and f6 we have a really strong wedge
So you
pawn.
can't play.
You
that.
have a pawn which,
So you
which
can't
can be a
play
strength
f6.
or
The bishop.
e6, f6, Prayan. Try to get along with the calculation. Why would I simply play f6 here? I want to open up my king. e6, f6. Then the pawn becomes a weakness as
So
well.
e6 f6, then what about d5?
d5. That will.
Sir,
It
F6
will also
is
make this
not
bishop.
good.
I mean, kind of great. I'll play f5. Bishop will be great. It will be a different way of playing. So e6 is fine. It's very committal. So in the game h3, and now black played a5.
I see.
No talking. There is no need to show off to anyone. Just you and yourself. So now we have to really get into the groove of the position, because everything from now will be crucial. Every small decision will change the course of the game. Okay, time to decide. The move played by white was a4, stopping a4 and the exchange of bishops. And now black took. You can write the next move in 5 seconds. You don't need time to think here, I suppose. Okay, of course you take back. Pawn takes pawn, not the knight. Pawn takes. And now black plays knight d4. Next move also you can write fast, I suppose. White took the knight, kind of forced almost, because bishop, queen, everything was attacked. Queen takes back. Now you can think for 30 seconds before deciding.
So, but like.
What happened? And realized what he's about to say is not relevant or not helping the class, so he stopped
Oh,
himself.
so
That's
I
a
was
new
saying-
thing.
So what do you mean? So I didn't write my move. We didn't have enough time.
Yeah, fine, then move on. We are not going to stop just for you. The train is not going to stop for every person getting on it. You have to get along with the train. If you want to get on the train, you have to
What
speed
do I
up.
do?
You,
Because-
you think, focus on this
Then
position.
try to dash.
Use your common sense, Ahan. Use your common sense for that. Don't ask others for silly
Okay.
things like this. Right now, let's be quiet and not disturb anybody.
Okay.
So imagine yourself playing. That's how you need to guess. Like, don't guess it like somebody else's game. I think he'll do this. No, I will do this. What will I do? That's what you have to think like. Has everyone written? Okay. You written Ian? No. No. Okay. No, you can write, then you can tell. So first, Prayan, what have you written?
Rook e1.
Okay, Srikanth,
Same.
Ahan.
Rook d1.
Okay. So this is Ian hasn't decided, yeah. This is one important difference between intermediate and advanced, I would say. I don't take it the wrong way. It's just for you to
so
improve.
I know, like
Yeah.
that joke will be blocked.
No, it's not about blocking. First, understand. That's another thing. Learn to understand. Listen first. First, listen to what the other person is saying. Then speak. Na? Otherwise, you don't have any learning mindset. If you are only speaking. So I am trying to teach you something. So if you want to understand that, you need to listen first. So the difference here between intermediate and advanced is the advanced see the threat easily. The intermediate didn't even see the threat. That's the difference. It's not about blocking, not blocking, and all. It's just basic chess. Like the higher you go, when you go higher to higher levels, it becomes automatic for you. Like when you see a threat, you'll instantly understand that this is a threat. I need to defend it. This is a very small threat. That's why people miss it. But when you reach higher levels, when you have enough experience, you will automatically, like your mind will tell you that there is something hanging there.
Yes.
So rook e1 is the only move here,
I was
other than
going,
pushing the pawn.
I was going to play f4, but then I remembered chess.com's 10.
Yeah. So now black played e6, stopping the pawn from going forward, but also blocking his bishop. And now, okay, let's give you some time to think, and then we will. The move played by white was knight to d2. These are like small differences. Most people would play knight c3. Like I think most of you would have written knight c3, no?
That's
I didn't write anything.
Okay, those who
Bishop
wrote
D2.
bishop d2. Okay, that means
C3.
same thing, na? You're gonna play knight c3 only, na?
C3. No, sir.
C-
Bishop D2.
Then after that, where will you put a knight? If you're putting bishop on d2, where will you put a knight?
I'll put my knight on C3.
That's what I'm saying. What's the difference? It's the same thing. You're planning the same thing, knight to c3, which is not the place the knight belongs. The small difference here is knight d2 and the knight gets to f3, where it will be more useful. It will also be defending and it will be helpful in the king side. So these are like minute differences that completely change the positions you will get. The position you will get after knight c3 is totally different, and the position you will get after this is completely different. So these small decisions also matter.
I would play C3.
C3, yeah, it's fine, but your d3 square becomes weak. Rook d8 and queen d3. Yeah, you're slightly underdeveloped. So it's better to not make too many pawn moves.
Where does the bishop belong now?
After knight f3, the bishop can come to g5, f4. If queen is not there, bishop f4. Even h6 if you can eliminate this bishop. So the options are many for the bishop. That's why white didn't decide the bishop square yet. The knight belongs here, bishop yet to be decided. So knight d2, black played knight to d5. Next move, 10 seconds to decide, guys.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, the move played by white was knight f3. Getting the knight to the correct place. I hope most of you wrote it correctly. Now the queen went to c5. This is now move number around 15, I believe. No. Yeah, move number 14 or so. For this you can take 25-30 seconds to decide what you'll do for white. We have some relocation by Ian. I thought this provides a better view, no? Oh, by the way, our under 10 fourth prize winner. Please come forward, Mr. Ian. Forgot about giving the
How
prize.
old are you?
He's 10, below 10.
9.
Okay. You can come here for the camera. Here you go. Congrats. Okay.
The cameo.
Yeah, let's give a round of applause for our Iron. Alright. Okay.
The cameo.
And this is actually history. He missed 2 rounds. He didn't play 2 rounds in under 10. He played only 2 rounds and got 4th. Like first 2 rounds he was like, he didn't join. Like he joined
Technically.
the meeting but didn't join the tournament.
Huh?
Like there's a join button. Yeah, still got 4th because he won a round. And you won both games or drew and
Sir,
won?
I won both games.
Yeah, he won both games and scored
One of the
2
games
rounds.
because I joined right after the game, like 1 second after, it counted as a draw.
Yeah. For coming late, they just give half point. Yeah. So he scored 2.5 basically out of 4 and got 4th.
That's
So
how
that's,
much Lance got.
Yeah. He played all 4 rounds. But yeah, that's how tournaments work. Anyway, so the move that White played here is very difficult for everyone to find. I don't think anybody would have found that move. If anyone found it, great. Most of us would develop the bishop now, I believe. What did you write? No?
Bishop G5.
Yeah, the move played was Queen E4. So Nigel Short is saying, I'm not in a hurry to develop the bishop yet. Let the bishop stay. Position is somewhat closed. Let me activate my queen. Now the queen is heading to, where is the queen going? Where does the queen belong? Where is the journey to?
I'd say the queen belongs somewhere along the h5.
Yeah, so what square? Just take
H4.
this. Yeah, queen to h4. So white is going to go queen
So
h4.
what will it do there?
It'll attack. It'll make threats. So what will the, if a queen goes on the queen king side? What will happen? You'll have a chance to make.
Anything else yet?
So you have to make it happen. It won't happen just like that. It's not like you say attack and attack happens. You have to make things happen. To attack, you have to bring
See,
pieces there.
there's queen h4, then bishop c, there's bishop h6.
Yeah, bishop h6 or knight g5. You have so many things to do after the queen lands there. Now, black played queen b4. Black decided to, he realized that this is going to become a bit tricky on the king side. So I'm going to offer an exchange of queens. So this is now a crucial moment. Time for you to decide what you will do here for white. So I'll give you like 1 minute for this one. If it is an actual game, like 1 hour game, you should definitely take at least 5 minutes for this position. But we don't have that much time, so
Minutes game?
then 1 minute, maximum 1 minute is good
Then
enough.
it's a classical.
That's what I told now already. 1 hour means classical only, na?
So 30 minutes each. All that or 30.
Oh my god.
30.
You can use your common sense now. 1 hour, 15 minutes, everything I just told. So you can use your common sense there. So these are all unnecessary questions. You can do that work yourself. You're just asking it just for the sake of it, just for fun. There's no need for that. Try to use your own brain. So here, white played. Has anyone written?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ian, what did you write?
I played knight to d4.
Knight to d4. Okay. Shrikant.
Bishop takes d5.
Okay. Ahan, what did you write?
Um,
What did you write? No need to think now. Just tell me what you wrote.
queen e2.
You wrote queen e2. Where is queen e2? Can you show me? Okay, alright. And Priya?
I didn't write.
You didn't write anything. Okay. So, the reason why you need to think here is it is a sacrifice by black. If you didn't realize that, you haven't thought enough. Srikanth realized it. Bishop takes knight is what he plays. It's winning a pawn, right? He's taking a pawn. Well, you didn't see that.
No, sir, it's not a sacrifice.
Why not?
So, you play
Bishop takes knight.
takes, take queen.
I'll take back then. I'm a piece up. You want to be a piece down?
Ooh.
Why would you want to be a piece down? So bishop takes that, you have to take back with the pawn. There's no other option. You can't take the queen. So that is a free pawn for white. So when I saw this game for the first time, like I did the same exercise that you are doing myself. So I also decided to play bishop takes knight. So Nigel Short didn't play bishop takes knight because bishop takes knight, pawn takes, queen takes. After that, black will attack e5. Like let's say takes. E5 pawn is weak. He'll play bishop e6. Your queen will have to go back. Then rook will come in. Our piece is not yet developed. So the attack is no longer there after you do this. And we have to run around a little bit. And there is compensation for black. 2 bishops he has got. So it's enough for a pawn. It's still better for white. But the current position is much better for white without the exchange of queens. So Nigel Short played bishop to c4. Difficult to find that move. Like normally you would just move the queen like a 100. Queen e2 would makes a lot of sense. Yeah, but the queen wants to go to h4. That's where the queen
So
didn't
after
move.
queen h4, isn't that just going to be rook e4
Rook e4, why?
to like defend the bishop and make possible discard attack threats?
So he'll move the queen. You play rook e4, he'll move the queen. What's the rook doing after that? One threat is not justifying a move.
So what
So is
about
the rook
knight?
happy there?
So what about when the bishop is on d3?
Huh?
What about knight to d4?
Pawn c5. Your exchange of queens will be forced. You can't help it. So bishop c4 was what Nigel Short played. Timman, okay, let's move on, Srikanth. It's a long game. The main part of the game is now come.
If you directly exchange queens, it will be like because you're pawn down.
How are you pawn up?
Pawn. Oh,
Where is
I
pawn?
didn't see the.
It's equal. Nobody won any pawn till now. So bishop to c4. Knight went to b6. So now 10 seconds for the next move, guys. Okay, the move played by white was pawn to b3
Yes.
to not allow the exchange of queens.
Yeah, there's one more.
Yes, what is it?
Sir, if the
Huh.
opponent does not move his queen,
Yeah,
bishop to a3.
bishop to a3 is also a threat. Yeah. So opponent will of course take it. He took it. Pawn takes back, and now like Prayan pointed out, this is a threat, which means black has to play rook to e8. He played the rook in, and now what will you play for white? 20 seconds, guys. Okay, time to decide. We have to go a little fast now because we're slightly behind schedule to start the games. So white played rook to d1. Now it's a maneuvering phase, like pieces coming to good squares, activating the rook. Black played queen c5. And now next 20 seconds to decide white's next move, guys. It's very difficult to guess these moves, right? The most natural things we would think is developing bishop and all that, but white is doing other things. So it's a way to learn also, like when it is not required to complete development. Okay, white played queen to h4. Starting proceedings on that side. Now, whenever this happens, black will feel a little bit like if somebody is like relaxed playing the game, this will suddenly slightly wake you up. Yeah, the queen h4 because pieces are coming there. It's not very far away that a knight comes here or a bishop comes here and king gets into trouble.
But she defends it.
Yeah, you can defend it, but when you defend by moving pawns, you will also weaken more squares around
Now
the king.
black has to play b6, right?
Why?
Because
Huh.
if they don't play b6,
Huh.
then there is rook to d8.
Excellent, good. Black played b6. b6, developing the bishop is very much required. It's anyway too late and rook d8 is coming. So well spotted. Now, white's move. What will you do for white?
So, but how is that a big threat?
Rook d8. I mean, if rook takes, queen takes, it's almost game over.
No, so bishop.
No, then bishop h6. You have to continue, Carl. Don't stop where things are happening. Right there, you're stopping the truck. You have to continue, no?
Don't stop the truck on the middle of the cliff.
Yeah, you got to finish the journey.
Sir, actually, there is then one way to protect.
Which is then bishop b7.
Bishop b7.
You won't be completely in trouble, but then queen will come to f6. Queen d8, bishop f8, and queen f6.
No, then they can't play bishop b7 because you're saying
yeah,
what's the
pawn.
problem if the pawn did not move to b6.
Oh yeah. That's why b6 is important. Okay, all right. So let's think about the current position. What you will do for white. So from here, Nigel shot just takes the game completely into his hands. Okay, Nigel shot played bishop to e3.
So,
Attacking the queen,
why
yeah.
not bishop to h6?
Yeah, that is it. Why not take the queen first? This is like a in-between move, like you're anyway going to h6.
Swing jam.
So yeah,
Zwishen
so you're going to h6,
Not
but why not
Zwishen.
make a useful stop for t first? Let's have some tea and then go there. Why should we directly go there for a 6-hour
So
journey?
keeping the queen is not having tea.
It's similar. So queen c6 and now he plays bishop h6. Important move because you want to remove this defender. Yeah.
Bishop to e6, there's
Huh.
also, instead of bishop to
h6.
there's also knight to d4.
4? Knight d4 is there. But knight d4 hands a pawn. The pawn is defended by the queen. You don't want to allow the queen to be active. So bishop h6 played.
But doesn't
Black.
bishop h6 also hang upon?
How does it hang a pawn? Oh, you mean bishop takes, queen takes? That is not a free pawn. If bishop takes, queen takes, if you take the pawn, then you're toast. Knight g5, there's no defense. If you can't take,
No, sir, like you take here.
where? Here. Oh, like that. Okay, queen takes.
Toast.
Then take your queen, mister. You win the pawn, yeah, congrats. But you lose the queen. You win the bishop. Okay. So, he plays bishop to h8. Has to be played. You can't allow the take. Like if you allow the take, then queen will come to f6. If you take, then you're completely gone. So you have to be bishop h8. And now rook to
Rook to
d8
d8. Yeah.
was played by white. I'm going fast because we need to see
So
the
we're not
next
guessing the
moves.
moves then.
Oh yeah, we will. This move you already had time before to think about it. So bishop to b7 was played by black. Now what will you play for white? You have 15 seconds. Okay. White played. How many of you wrote?
Not me.
Okay. You written? Or did you write I?
I wrote rook to d1.
Yeah, that is the best move. What is confusing? Rook is hanging, mister.
No. So one, like I thought all other moves. So queen e7
that can be played.
because
Queen
that,
e7.
yeah, because that rook spin.
Thanks for the rook.
Oh what?
Your rook is hanging. That's the main thing. Playing for tricks won't help in most positions. You have to understand the core situation in the position. Why are you making random noises, mister? Okay, so rook to d1. Now black brought this bishop back. So because dark clouds are forming around this king, now he brought this bishop back because there were background problems. So bishop
So
d7.
aren't they white clouds because?
Okay, all right, yeah.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, but now they're oh wait, there's
Write your move now. Now write the move. Don't tell anybody. Just write the move you want to play.
Sir, the move I was about to there was a
Don't tell. That's what I'm saying. Don't tell. Write what you want to play. And those who are watching also write.
Oh.
That's a
Yeah, you need to commit to the move. If you just think, it's not committing. You have 20 seconds for this one. This is a very good position for white, but if you hold a glass thing, really beautiful glass thing in your hands, and you're careless, it'll fall down and break. That's how we lose beautiful positions where we have a good advantage. Prayan, there is no need to raise hand. You are competing with yourself. So there is nobody else here. If you want to improve, you need to focus on yourself. That's it. If you've written, good. So let's see what move was played by white. Rook to d7. Now that the bishop is not there, Nigel Short says, I always wanted to come to the 7th rank. I came to d8 just to make the bishop move. I belong here. This rook belongs here, so I'm going to stay there.
Sir, what about bishop takes g7?
That is always there, no? It's not going anywhere. Like, if he goes away, fine, but
what
this you
about
can play
rook
anytime.
takes 8?
No,
Rook
sir,
8,
the
bishop
reason-
takes, it's
no,
not
sir,
helping
the
up.
reason I
Compare, one second, compare the position with rook here and rook's exchange and bishop here. There's nothing, you can't even go to 7th rank. So it's very easy to see the difference. This is a good move, this is just a normal move. You want good moves. Yes, Ayan?
But sir, if bishop takes g7,
You want to play
can't
queen
take
f6.
back,
Why can't the king take back?
because then queen to f7.
That's because the rook is here. Now it's a threat. If you directly play bishop take, king take, queen f6, king moves. What's the problem? That's why he's preparing it. So when you play good move, good things follow. Now there's a threat of this happening, which means black has to play rook f8. He played rook f8, defending it. Now how will you continue? The next few moves are one of the most beautiful things you will see in chess. Not immediately, like the end of this game. The game will end in like 10 moves. Okay, what will white do here is the question. Black played rook f8. The move that Nigel Short played was bishop takes.
Yeah.
He finally takes it, king takes. And now, next move I want to ask you because you will say queen f6, which is the right idea, but first
Knight
Nigel
g5.
improves his rook. No,
Oh.
knight g5, h5. So he improves his rook. And knight g5 is a blunder. That's one way to, yeah, you hold the glass and then 1 second you look somewhere else and there goes the glass.
So but how?
Checkmate, mister.
Oh, checkmate.
When you, it's very easy to like get into that flow of I attack, opponent defense, and then suddenly opponent has one threat and you fall straight into it. That's very easy to fall into. We have to always tell ourselves what is my opponent's one chance. Like what does he got? If I'm not careful, what is he banging on? So this knight cannot move. So rook d4 was played. Now the black player played rook to e8. Just like a waiting move and stopping queen e7. So how will you continue for white? Okay, time to decide. If you've written good, if you haven't, write it down. It's not a difficult thing to continue this. If you again say 95, then you're banned from chess for life. Okay. If anyone is thinking of playing the beautiful knight g5 threat. Okay. The move played was queen to f6, which was always the plan. The king went to g8. Here comes a very important instructive moment. Something that we can learn from this game. What will you play for white?
Knight g5. I don't want to be banned from chess for life.
So
Ahan
knight,
is a joke to say. Yes, Sahan.
knight to
Okay.
d2 is a beautiful move.
Okay,
Really
let's be
alright.
equal. Let's be equal. Let everybody think properly. Ayan is reliving the past moments, the jokes from moments past. He is savoring it, I suppose. Okay, time to decide, guys. Let's say a few more seconds to decide. But you got to decide.
Decided.
If you don't know this one to say, I don't know. You have to be quiet. Let others think. If you don't want to think, fine. If you haven't understood the position, fine. Let others do the thing. I do, I don't. There's no need to talk. Okay, what have you written, Srikanth?
Rook e7.
Rook to e7. Ayan.
King to f1.
King to f1. Aha.
So rook to g4.
Rook to g4. Prayan. You haven't. Okay, so nobody found the best move actually. One person managed to blunder very badly. Who might that be, huh?
Me.
Yeah,
Probably me.
rook g4 blunders a rook, mister. You're activating the rook, but rook is not able to move. It's tied to this rook. The knight is pinned. It can't move. King Iron is trying to move the king out of this checkmate threat. Yeah, but where will you escape really? Okay, it's a good try. The best move here is you need help for the queen. And where does the help come from? H pawn. You need to search for that last ounce of energy from your pieces.
But sir,
These pieces can't. Rook e7 is just exchanging. Now, why exchange and put a queen on e7? That's wasting your time. I mean, it only helps your opponent. I mean, your pieces are so active, your rook is so dominant. You're exchanging off that bad rook.
I thought
for
I
this
was
good.
trying to do rook e8, e7, and then rook d7.
But the moment you play takes, I can bring my queen back. And your queen will be flushed out, or I'll play rook e8. The knight still can't move and the rook will be stuck there. So h4, now black has to play a move, which is the only move for black to not allow complete this disaster. Yes, Prayan?
h5?
h5.
Yeah, h5 is
Hey,
mandatory.
my
If
chance.
you allow h5 and you take, then king is totally open. So queen g5, it will just be gone. And if you allow h5, h6, then queen. What happens?
So if takes, then it's checkmate. No.
You can't play this because pawn takes, yeah. But yeah, you can try to get your rook in or play queen g5. So you can't take. That will be absolutely horrible. So black plays h5. Now you are going to see one of the most outrageous things ever done in chess history. What you
Sacrifice the queen.
if you don't know, don't say random stuff. Let's see. You have 1 minute to decide your move. What you will do here. Please be quiet. Who's making noise? What will you do here is the question, not what is the most outrageous thing to do. So, okay. Has any? No, don't raise hand. Write your answer. How many times am I telling this?
Sir, the most.
What did you write, Ayan?
Sir, I wrote rook to d8.
Rook to d8. Okay. Has anybody written? Nobody?
Sir, the
Yes,
most
uh-huh.
outrageous
So
thing is-
rook takes f7.
Why are you blundering your rook? Then what?
So you said outrageous.
Use your common sense, Han. Don't act like a LKG kid. What? I'm asking you to find the most outrageous thing in the position. I even told you. The question is not to find the most outrageous. The question is to find your next move. So what kind of move is this? And your explanation is even worse. What is this? Behave like you want to improve. Behave like you're in a class. This is not what I expect from somebody. Just make a random move and say this is the outrageous move. Then play queen takes pawn. No, that's also more outrageous. Or even better, play queen h8. Absolutely outrageous. The opponent will be shocked. That's the aim of playing chess. No? Blunder your pieces, surprise your opponent.
Sir, one second, I need to make a game.
Okay.
Like he's constantly each move learning something. Rook, bishop,
Oh,
knight,
okay.
pawn, and
Okay.
chess.
He's trying for stalemate from the beginning of the game. Okay, yes.
Chess, anti-chess.
And now let's focus. Has anybody written the move other than I am? No. I already wrote, no? You played rook d8. The move played by Nigel Short in this position was king h2. You might think, what is outrageous about that? Nothing outrageous. Maybe I was just pulling your leg, who knows. So now black thought, okay, white can't do anything. I also can't do anything. I'm waiting. What will you do here for white? Don't write, you can tell this time. What will you do for white?
White.
Yeah.
So how much time do we get to think?
30 seconds. Because I know you won't find it, so there's no point giving so much time. Nobody will find it. Nobody except Nigel Short. I don't know how he found it. Crazy person. That's fine. Even Magnus Carlsen won't find it. No.
Who is he?
He's just a very good chess player who. This was in 1991. Played in 99. Old player. Now he's old, retired. Kind of retired. So let's find the best move for white.
Sir, how do you kind of retire?
You play some tournaments. You play like occasionally, like
Is it
Vishwanath Anand.
actually like a? Is it like his actual name or a normal chess.com normal like any name you put?
No, he's a famous player. He's
Oh,
one
is
of
it
the top.
actually like my name is Prayan? Is it like his actual name, Nigel Short?
Yeah, Nigel Short. You're so shocked by the foreigners' names. He's from England, so Short is a common name there, I suppose. Anyway, let's focus, guys. Anybody?
What was his height?
Something around about 6 feet or more. Anyway, yes. Anybody has decided the move for white? Your rook can't do anything there except for exchange or something. Exchange is not good. Your pieces are all like maximum potential is done, right? Your rook can't move, the knight can't move. Nigel Short sat there looking at the position.
Oh, sir, I think I know.
Let's be quiet now. Nigel Short sat there looking at the position. Srikanth is going to get negative points if you keep disturbing the class. So, Nigel Short sat there looking at the position. See what Srikanth has done. Okay, and he looked at the queen. It's great, excellently placed, but I can't do anything. Nobody can come and help the queen. Rook can't help the queen. It's defended. This rook can't move. This knight can't move. And then it struck him. He played the move. Srikanth just realized. King to g3. What does that do?
Sir, he's
One second. Silence. No need to. This is again, no, show off is not what we need. If you know what is done, good for you. There is no need to show others, I know. That's not needed if you know good. So now opponent went back to e8. King f4.
So I just
Bishop to c8.
Why?
And black resigned.
Because next move king f6.
Yeah. So he used his king. All the other pieces had done their best. So he decided to bring his king with the long walk and
Checkmate with the king.
checkmate with
Sir,
the
that's
king.
what I did once against one of my players.
With all the pieces on the board, he brought the king up.
So
You did this.
actually all my pieces were fully active, but I moved my king to stop a few of the pieces and give checkmate.
Stop few of pieces means what?
Like from promoting, and then I also went.
That is an endgame now, about promoting. That means it's an endgame.
And so then I also went with my king and checkmated
See,
him.
you need to understand what you're saying. This is a middle game with queens and rooks on the board. And the guy just brought his king here and gave checkmate. What you're saying is nowhere close to that. So stop comparing yourself to what happened here. It's completely different. In an endgame, activating a king is a big thing, huh? That's a normal thing. This is what nobody would do. This is one of like once in a lifetime kind of thing. He would never get such a chance again. Nobody will get such a position again where he can do this without getting punished. So he understood that this is possible. The idea of playing king s2, king h3, king f4 itself is very difficult to see, but he saw that, and that's what make this game very famous. He's not a world champion. He's still one of the top 10 players at that time. But yeah, still it was this game is what made him more famous than his other, like his chess career as a whole.
So I thought, why would he play